Awake already? I hope you've had a good rest after all you've been through. You might need it. We've got work to do tonight, so get up and get going to Talmberg as soon as possible. You need to rouse Sir Divish and his men for the attack. We'll meet this evening at the stronghold and settle up with that sly bastard.
If I don't set off right now to deliver the message to Sir Divish, there's a good chance our men will lose the battle. I can't let that happen.
Listen up, men. It's going to be a long night, and no easy pickings. I want every last one of you standing here in full armor and ready for action by sunset.
God be...
Can we trade?
If you've... Goodbye.
I feel quite hungry.
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
Sir, I bring an urgent message from my father... from Sir Radzig and Hanush.
I take it you've heard. What does your father want from me?
I found out who's behind all the unrest in the region, and Father and Hanush have decided to put an end to it all.
What? So who is responsible for all our recent troubles?
You may have met him. Istvan Toth.
No, I haven't met him. But Sir Radzig said he'd been here to visit before the raid. I don't suppose that's a coincidence. What kind of man is he? What is he after?
He's in the service of King Sigismund, and he's fighting the nobility who support King Wenceslas. They've amassed quite a force at the old stronghold above Sasau, and they're planning to attack very soon. Father and Hanush have decided to move first and destroy him before he's prepared.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
When? And how?
Tonight, they send word for you to muster your men and rendezvous with them at Vranik.
This is madness.
Maybe it is. But I fear that Radzik and Hanush are right. The sooner we cure this pestilence, the better. Gather the men and make ready. We march tonight. Leave only as many as you must to guard the castle.
Very well, sir. As you command.
Will you be coming with us?
Yes, sir. I have some scores to settle with them.
Well, Divish. I see you don't want to miss the show.
You didn't expect me to leave all the glory to you.
Never. We wouldn't dream of starting without you.
What news? Did you parley with them?
We did.
And what was the outcome?
Not quite what we hoped for. Radzik wanted to go pally with him in person. Fortunately, I talked him out of it.
It seems that this will not be resolved without a battle.
Bloody good thing, too. Finally, we'll have some proper entertainment in the countryside.
Fortunately, my son here showed immense daring and made his way into the lion's den to spy on them.
Tell us what you saw, lad.
What do you want to know, exactly?
Well, let's start with how well fortified they are.
The outer palisade goes right around the whole camp. On a small hill inside it, there's a half-demolished farmhouse that's ringed by another palisade. That's where I was held prisoner, and that's where Toff's based. Him and his inner circle.
Can you tell us how many tents there are and how they're arranged?
There might be 50, maybe 70. Most of them in the right-hand side of the camp.
And the men? How many men strong are they?
Quite a few, at least 80.
Huh. We don't number much more than that ourselves.
We do outnumber them, though, even if only by a few men. And our men are well armed and disciplined. The foe, nothing but a rabble.
From what I've seen, it's best to attack from our direction. How does it look from the other sides?
The east side is all rocks, so no hope of launching a major assault from there. On the other hand, that's the way I escaped. It's where they throw all their waste. The heap's already so high it's almost to the top of the palisade.
Now that is interesting. The ramparts are long. If there are as many of them as we think, they can hardly keep watch over the entire length. Attack with full force at the gate, and they won't have enough men at the rear.
That's an excellent strategy. But then I'd expect no less from you.
If we cause an enormous uproar at the same time, they won't know what's hit them.
Uproar?
You said they have tents there?
Yes, sir.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, tents usually burn rather well. And we have quite a few archers.
You don't do things by halves, Divish.
So, I believe we have a plan. Robard will take 10 men and sneak to the rear of the fortifications. There's an entry point, but you must remain hidden.
I will do my best, sir.
That shouldn't be too hard. They'll have other things to worry about. The rest of us will launch a frontal assault. Rain burning arrows on them and then attack.
Those bastards won't know which way to turn.
At that point, Robard and his squad will strike from the rear.
I think it's a good plan.
God be with you, my friends.
We'll wipe those whore sons off the face of the earth.
Listen up now. We are about to meet the rabble that have been trying to hurt us. Pillaging, killing, raping, and generally being a thorn in our side for long enough. They may be hiding behind a stockade, but they are still a pack of curs who are no match for men like you. And tonight, we are going to festoon these trees with corpses. First, we will set fire to the little hornet's nest. Then we'll keep them busy by the gate. And when we've made it nice and hot for them, Sir Robard and his men will pounce on them from the rear. And we will hack them to pieces. Have you got it? Yes, sir! Good. Now, when we reach the ramparts, the archers will cover the men climbing it, and the men with the battering ram. Any of these fuckers foolish enough to stick his head outside the stockade is to lose it at once. Understood? Yes, sir! Glad to hear it. Now, let's do it! Forward! Archers, fire!
Ugh.
Henry! Go with the men and flush out anyone left around the tents so they don't creep up on us from behind. You men, over there! Go with him! The rest of you, form up and go to the top gate!
Where's that Hungarian bastard? Why isn't he here? Don't tell me no one was in command!
It does rather look that way, Hanush.
Henry, where's Toth? You said he was here.
He definitely was, sir. I've got the cuts and bruises to show for it.
We have to find out where he slithered off to. Look for clues. Anything that will tell us what he's doing.
What's that?
Sir, this was all I could find.
A letter? What does it say, Radzig?
Alongside hunting, drinking, and swordplay, you might find time for a little study, old man. In the courts of Prague, every Tom, Dick, and Harry can read nowadays.
Yes, well, here in the countryside, we don't give a tinker's curse about such things. That's what I've got a scribe for, anyway. What does the damn thing say?
It appears to be written by Toth, but it doesn't say to whom. It says everything is going according to plan, and the castle should soon be taken.
Castle.
What castle? What does he need a castle for?
Sir, we took this one alive. And it seems he's not just some ordinary spear carrier.
Where's that rat Toth? Where did he go? Speak, damn you!
He's thwarted you again, hasn't he?
If you play your cards right, you might come out of this in one piece. Where is your lord? He was here yesterday, wasn't he?
Come now, sir. We both know where I will end up. My lord is gone. He took most of the men and left.
Where has he gone? What is he planning? He writes here about taking some castle. Which castle?
Oh, some nearby castle. Left completely unguarded. Now I wonder where it could be.
What are you saying, you horse son?
Talmberg. Did he go to Talmberg?
You'll never get him! You'll never get...
What? We're planning on sending him to some monastery to become a monk? I believe we have some work to do, Sir Divish, do we not? Mount up, gentlemen. We don't have any time to waste.
Halt! Who goes there? Greetings. We were ambushed. We need assistance. We have wounded men here. Open the gate. The Lord be praised. Here! Come on! Come on!
Lady Stephanie, I really don't think we should...
My lady.
Faster, man! Come on, faster!
My men are gravely wounded. Without treatment, I'm afraid they won't live to see morning.
Hiya! Hiya!
Not to worry. We'll take care of them.
My lady, you have my uttermost gratitude. May God reward you for your kindness.
Every Christian should help his neighbor in his hour of need.
True. Especially now, when treachery and deception surround us on all sides.
Get out of the way!
The devil lurks in the shadows.
Come on!
And one fears taking a guest into his house. Signal the others. Yes, sir.
Oh no. We're too late. Quickly! Follow me!
Master, secure the outer bailey.
There's no time to waste. We have to get into the castle.
Come out, you rat! Come out and fight like a man! I don't think so. I like it better right here. Would you rather hide behind my wife like some mangy whelp? I could just as easily cut her throat. I have hostages enough, and strong walls to protect me. Bring him here. Radzig? What do you want, you viper? Let me think. Actually, there's nothing I want from you. Except maybe to see you all die. Fire! Burn it down!
Christ. Are you all right?
I'll live. Whew, but I don't think I'll be wielding a sword for a while.
Oh, we have men enough for sword wielding. A good lord is harder to come by.
How the hell did they get Radzig? I didn't make it to the gate.
He was charging against reinforcements from the castle.
We have to save my father, somehow.
And we have to save my wife and get our home back.
My friend, I think you know as well as I. We have to lay siege.
No. No, that is our last resort. We have to try all our other options.
Sir, if a few men could scale the western wall after dark, maybe they could get inside, free the hostages, and open the gate. That is, if they're holding them in the courtyard as we've always done.
Well, that's a big if. What if they're seen and they can't raise the portcullis quietly?
Sir Hanush, if we can save just one hostage.
It's a perilous undertaking. Who would you send?
I'll go.
Then let us make ready.
I'd better get ready for the night raid. Some light clothing would be best. Dark colours.
You were right.
About that quarry? How did it turn out?
We searched every corner of the inn and found something in the cellar. The sacks that were used to carry the quarrymen's wages.
I've been sent by Captain Bernard.
Ah, so it was you, So
is that because the
I'll pay you.
All right. I have some
Show me. Good work.
I'm ready.
Are you sure? You should wear lightweight black clothing. Anything you don't need, you can leave here. I don't want you clanking around in plate armor.
Yes, I'm ready to go.
Take care. If any of you are having second thoughts, this is your last chance to speak. Very well. So I hope we're all clear on what has to be done. We need to free the hostages to deprive Toth of his advantage. Now he'll be keeping them somewhere where they can be guarded, but somewhere separate from his other men.
And where would that be?
We always kept our captives in the house on the bailey by the stables.
What if they're in their tower or somewhere else?
Then we'll have to go to the gate and try to open it. But that will take time and attract attention. So we can only do it if we know exactly how things stand. And if they sound the alarm, before we've done anything, we get out of there quick. Understood?
And leave them there?
Better a couple of hostages than a pile of corpses. Lord Capon, are you quite certain you want to engage in this action?
Quite. After all, it can't be much different from sneaking out of the upper castle in Rattay and back in every night. Besides, who else will keep this hothead from raising bloody mayhem?
Well, see to it that you do, my lord. May God guide our footsteps.
Welcome, Henry.
We'll go first and take out the sentries. Wait here.
What are you doing? Hey, what are you
I don't
playing
mind
at?
to call the guards.
What are they waiting for? What are they waiting for? How should I know? Why do I bother asking?
Oh, be quiet. What's that right on the back of this? Fuck this waiting. I'm gonna climb.
put on his armor and watch this side, but there are still 2 guards on the portcullis winch to deal with. Any volunteers?
Henry will do it.
Buffoon?
Henry, then. Just make sure you keep quiet.
Mother of God!
It'll all go a lot easier if no one sees us. And fooling around with the portcullis is bound to draw attention. First, we have to find the hostages. Then we can come back and deal with the rest. Easy now. We're almost there. Let's not fuck it up at the 11th hour. Careful here. All doors lead to the courtyard. All it takes is for one man to go for a piss and he'll see us. Any time now. Jesus! Get a fucking move on, man.
Who are you?
Patience. He has to move.
Mother of God!
Where's Sir Radzig and Lady Stephanie?
Lady Stephanie? She's not here. She must be held somewhere else.
Where? Where is she being held, and where's Sir Radzig?
I suppose the lady might be in her chamber. We don't know anything. They herded us here and told us not to move a muscle.
God be with you.
Damn it all. We'll have to go back empty-handed. I really thought we could pull it off.
We're not going anywhere. Not without my father and Lady Stephanie.
And how are we meant to find them? They're not in the stables or anywhere nearby. You want to creep right inside the palace where Toth's men are everywhere?
Yes. We can't leave them in Toth's hands.
It was hard enough getting this far, but going inside is madness. What good will it do them if we get caught?
Then we mustn't get caught.
Listen, Hal, I can appreciate your stubbornness, usually. But this could cost us our heads. At least we saved those other people.
I told you, I'm not leaving here without the hostages.
If you're determined to be a stubborn ox, go right ahead. I suppose you might as well look for your sword while you're at it. No point leaving the job half done.
Save your speeches. Are you going to help me or not?
If you want to get yourself killed, you can do it alone. But before you go raising bloody mayhem, give us time to get out of here.
Come on then. Let's get the fuck out of here before they catch us. Kurva! Fuck my ass!
Fuck! I'll have to carry him out of here right now.
Seriously!
Quick! They're right behind us. Well, he's behind you.
here.
They're in front of me, and I can't do anything. Faster! If you don't get a move on, they'll stab you in the back right under my nose.
Hey, all of you, gather here! Raise the alarm!
This isn't very comfortable. Can't you stop hopping around with me? My arse is killing me.
Watch out!
Faster!
I have to admit, we didn't do too well.
True. The shame of it. They drove us back before we even got anywhere. It's worse than if they'd killed us.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. We had to give it a try. If we succeeded.
If pigs had wings. I know it troubles you, but it's not over yet. We'll rescue the hostages and hang that bastard Istvan.
It seems, Robard, that we're running out of options.
We don't have enough men to scale the walls with ladders. And we can't afford to lose any more. We can only take Talmberg by a ruse or with superior numbers. Ruses have failed, and we don't have superior numbers.
Then we are left with no choice but to build a trebuchet. To demolish my own walls. Where is Master Fafar?
He's waiting. We sent for him as soon
Bring
as...
him to me. Let's not waste time.
Sir Divish.
You will build me a trebuchet, Master Tobias.
Trebuchet, my lord. That's not entirely in my field of expertise.
We have to take back Talmberg.
Yes, indeed, sir. I understand
and
that.
You are the best engineer we can rely on in the whole fiefdom.
Oh, well, thank you, my lord, but it's just that I've never built a trebuchet before. This could take some time.
Then you'd better get to it. Bernard will go over the plan of attack with you.
Oh.
Well, Master Tobias, you have much to do and little time. I will not keep you any longer.
Indeed. Of course, sir. Thank you, my lord.
How are the preparations proceeding in the other camps?
As well as can be expected under the circumstances. There are still many things that need doing, but I just don't have the time for them.
No, you don't. Henry.
Yes, sir.
I would like for you to help with the preparations in the encampments.
Gladly, sir.
Robard will brief you. That'll be all.
What needs to be done?
Look, a military encampment's a complicated thing. I don't expect it to be as peaceful and orderly as Holy Mass. But what we have here now is havoc. The men are as nervous and short-tempered as caged bears. When you walk around the camps, you'll see for yourself. Grumbling everywhere, complaints about everything from the gruel to the fleas.
They're moaning they've drunk the alehouse dry, and now they have to wait for the next batch of beer. We've got dead who deserve a decent burial, and a lot of wounded, including one of their lordships.
The less the troops grumble, the better off we'll all be. But that's not even the main problem.
What do you mean?
Did you hear what Sir Divish was saying to Fafar, our master builder?
I heard some of it.
And what did you make of it?
He said he'd never built a trebuchet catapult. I wouldn't even know where to start, but he might.
But if it'll take him as long as he said, we can't wait until Judgment Day. We don't have that much time.
I'll try to ask him if I can help in some way.
You should definitely do that. Without a trebuchet, we're much too weak.
How are you faring, Sir Robard?
How do you think I'm faring, lad? There's some cutthroat thug lolling about in my bed at the castle.
Well, at least no one's raised Talmberg.
Not so far. Though we may end up doing it ourselves to smoke the bastard out.
I imagine Sir Divish isn't taking it too well.
And why do you think he handed command over to me? But it pains my heart, too. That place is my home.
What's the easiest way to take back Talmberg?
The easiest way? Call in the Royal Army and leave it to them. But there's no Royal Army to help us now, and we can't afford to wait. What's more, we don't want to destroy the castle. Personally, I'd like to return to it.
Repairing the castle would be expensive.
And time-consuming. No trebuchet is wholly on target. The missiles fly as they please. And if we blast the castle to pieces and Sigismund comes back, he'll make short work of us.
Do you think Sigismund will come back?
How do I know what's in his head? But if he doesn't take advantage of this chaos, someone else probably will. The whole country will know about it soon enough.
I'd never have thought so many people were keeping an eye on Talmberg. Like that fellow Havel.
Not only Talmberg, and we've left precious few men in Ratai. If we're defeated here, who's to stop them from pillaging the whole province? And there's no shortage of power-hungry bastards like Havel and Toth in Bohemia.
Is there some way we can get through the gate?
There are steps from the gate up to the walkway on the battlements, and I don't know how Ishtvan's covering them. Then there's the portcullis to get through. A big battering ram might breach it, but how could you get one that close? I reckon we'll have to set fire to it.
Stuck up brushwood and light it?
Brushwood, timber, anything that burns. soaked in as much pitch as possible. The local charcoal burners surely have some.
And even if it doesn't burn the gate right down, it'll weaken it and make it easier to break through.
Exactly.
And what?
The south and east are solid. It would be useless to try anything there.
It's best defended from the north, and as for the west...
From the west is where we tried it, and got royally fucked, if you recall. But I think in the end we'll try that way again, only this time we'll do it better.
Pity they didn't stay holed up in Vranik for longer. It would have been much easier there.
Toth is a wily fox. If he'd had all his men with him there would have been real carnage. It's likely we only won there because he'd already gone and taken most of his best soldiers with him.
Is there anything else I...
Well, we need some pitch. I know you had dealings with the charcoal burners.
I've met a few, true enough.
Then have a look around the area. If you manage to find any pitch. Good luck, then.
God be with you.
Sir Robard sent me to you.
Indeed. A trebuchet that can smash the walls of Talmberg. I, a mining engineer. What do I know of war machines? I'll never manage it on my own.
Well, I'd like to help you, but how? I don't know anything about trebuchets either.
Actually, there is a way you could help. Conrad Kieser came to Sasso recently. If you could get him to come here, it would save my skin.
Conrad Kieser? Who's he?
He's a scholar who studied medicine, but he also designed siege engines. He even took part in the siege of Nicopolis, together with Sigismund.
He was with Sigismund?
It's not so straightforward. They quarrelled after the battle, after Conrad blamed their defeat on Sigismund.
I don't suppose he took that too well.
Quite. That's what led to Conrad being banished from Prague and making a base at Bethlen Castle.
Banished? Like a common criminal?
He was a member of the court and a doctor and a master engineer, so nothing quite that bad befell him. I've even heard he has a whole host of wise men with him and they're writing some book together.
What's he doing here in Sassau?
They sent him over here to help with building the monastery. No doubt they had to pay handsomely to get him.
And how am I supposed to get him here? Abduct him?
Well, only if all else fails. We need his cooperation. Try having a word with him. By all accounts, he hates Sigismund.
You're still an engineer, though.
Are you serious? Do you know how complicated such a machine is? What forces are at work in the contraption? If we were lucky, it wouldn't fire at all. Far more likely it would smash itself to smithereens and kill lots of us instead of the enemy.
All right, I'll do what I can.
Thank you, Henry. Maybe we will build that trebuchet after all. Take care.
I am honored.
How are things with you?
I'm worried. I have a bad feeling about all this.
How's that?
I couldn't say. I just feel it in my guts. Like when you eat something bad and you have to keep running to the outhouse. Or maybe I am.
Farewell.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Greetings.
How are you, my lord?
How do you think? A that slimy toad has my blood boiling. If I get my hands on him, I'll rip his black heart out. Only I've been handed the job of guarding the western route and the quarry.
Well, at least you're out of archery range of the castle.
True, but it's not much consolation. If the men don't get something to do soon, I'll have to put them to work in the quarry. Idle hands are the devil's tools.
So, Hanush, do you think Sir Radzig is all right?
Oh, don't worry, he's more used to Toth alive, so he's in no danger for now.
For now?
Radzig's a man who knows how to take care of himself. I'm more concerned about Lady Stephanie. It would be dreadful if anything happened to her.
How do you think the siege will go, sir?
Better than it has done so far, I hope. First we lost your lord and father, and then our nighttime assault failed.
I'm sorry we didn't succeed. It would all have been over by now. But at least we got out alive.
If the two of you had been left behind, Istvan would have had another pair of hostages. Oh, let's pray our fortunes improve. But I'm a bit worried about that trebuchet. I don't have much experience with engines of war. Even if we do drive Toth out, there might not be much left of the castle after we've done it.
It was a pleasure to talk to you, Sir Hanush.
Likewise, Henry. See you later.
Good health.
How are we doing?
Who wants to know?
No, I just wondered if there was...
Oh, I see. The Lordling is wondering if we're in urgent need of anything.
Yes, I've heard something like that.
I'll say. Every other man's moaning on about it. The gamekeepers are doing all they can, but they can't keep up. So if you know how to help them out, bring it right here.
Fine, I'll keep... I brought you some...
Stack it up. What's going on? Farewell.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
God bless.
How do you feel, Sir?
I felt better, boy. I feel awful.
Let someone tend to the wound.
My flesh can be healed, perhaps.
What is it you need, sir?
I need a priest as well as a physician. The closest was in Rovna. But I...
Godwin. But why would you need a priest?
It's not about me. I've got a lot of wounded here that won't... God be with you.
There's something I need.
Is there, my...
There are a lot of dead and wounded at Talmberg.
Has someone requested my services?
Sir Divish himself.
Well, 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 Sir Divish sends for me, and you're doing the asking, young Hal. How could I refuse? I'll go there right away.
Good luck, then.
God bless.
Goodbye.
What do you need? See you later.
Take care.
I'm at your... Take care.
God be with you.
Jesus. I could really do with some sleep.
Good help.
Do you happen to know the...
What, that old fool? God be with you. God be with you.
Oh, damn, I'm tired.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I hope I...
I brought you...
Stack it.
That's the lot.
Great. If we're really going to have to storm the walls, then at least it should be with full bellies. Oh, and here's something for your trouble. Take care now.
I feel quite hungry.
What do you do?
How are the men hold?
They're a rabble. The out-of-towners are desperate.
Are they causing trouble?
No trouble as such.
But there might be a simplest.
Whipping a man, simple enough.
But then you'd have an injured soldier.
I never heard of any wives. God be with you.
I don't mind the sentry duty. It's better than some fucker bashing you on the head. Of course, you get ahead of your eyes. Castle. Aye.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Good health?
The tree.
There's a recipe.
No, I need enough for a...
That much? It would take me a week.
Seems only...
One hand.
Very well.
At least.
All right.
God be with you. Good luck, then.
Good God. Good luck then.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Welcome, Henry.
God almighty.
I'm looking for some... I don't know, and it doesn't matter.
I do. I had a buyer lined up, but it's been a while since...
Talmberg's been taken by a horde of brigands, so...
Christ blood. If you want to haul it away yourself...
Thank you.
Take care.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And
Is there anything I...
as it happens,
All the way from...
they do. Do you know any?
Exorcism?
You know.
A horn...
It's not. What a... It's...
Fine.
That's a question. God be with you. Goodbye.
I've come to ask for...
Again? Such
Their lordships have laid siege.
These are tragic times. Fortunately, I've only...
Thank you, Father.
Sure. Where could he have vanished to? He must be here somewhere.
Mother of God. Someone there. Oh, you look... Hey!
I've got you, you dog. You'll soon be sorry for shooting. Come here, Billy. Who's there? Don't weak at the knees, and shit.
Do you have...
And what do you want?
Never mind. What?
Bye-bye.
What was that noise? Hey! You there! Oh, oh. Ow! Yeah!
Damn it! Alarm!
Yeah! 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 Bring it.
Goodbye.
What's the matter? Come on.
Enter. Huh? By the horn of Joshua, you startle me. I thought you were urban. What do you want?
Sir Tobias Fayfar, the master builder and engineer from Skalitz, sends his greetings.
Fayfar? Tobias Fayfar? I've heard of him. He invented an interesting mining machine. What does he need?
Sir, have you heard what's been going on in Talmberg?
I've heard a thing or two. Is it true the castle's been taken?
It has, and we want to take it back. Master Fayfar has been given the task of building a trebuchet, but he's not sure he can manage it.
I doubt it myself. Building siege engines is an entirely different kettle of fish than mining. Damn, I'd like to rain some boulders on those heathens of Sigismund's. But that can't be done with a quill and parchment, and I can't leave here right now.
Why can't you leave?
That's a long story. And it might surprise you to know, after that defeat, he didn't particularly appreciate my criticism. Then, when Sigismund abducted the king, I didn't feel too secure in Prague, so I left. Perhaps left is the wrong word. Some might say I was banished. In any case, I went to Bettlern Castle.
They locked you up in Bettlern?
Not quite. It's a royal castle. They leave me to my own devices there. Frankly, this so-called banishment has been a bit of a blessing. I have peace and quiet to attend to my opus and a band of able assistants. Although I have lost quite a few of my patrons, thanks to all this unrest.
And why are you here in Sasau?
To be honest, I need the money.
Money, sir? You don't seem like a man who lives in want.
Dear me, no. I don't need it to support myself. It's to fund my opus. That's why I agreed.
What is it you're
Belli Fortis. A great book of war machines and weapons. Mark my word.
Of course. Any day now they'll plough our fields and milk our cattle.
What did you say?
Oh, nothing. Just... Who do you work for?
My contract is with the abbot himself, but I discussed...
Could I not just pay off the master builder for your services?
I doubt it. Carol is only interested...
Ah, as long as he has enough...
Yes, but are you...
Could I help you escape, perhaps?
Who says I want to?
But you said you couldn't leave, sir.
Young man, I can't leave because I gave my word, and my word is my bond.
Couldn't Carol be persuaded somehow?
I realize that, but Sessar Monastery has always... But I might...
What do you suggest?
Carol received his commission...
That's a...
my inventiveness.
How do I get my hands on the commission?
It will be somewhere in his quarter. I suggest he's fond of his style.
Right. You really can't...
Damn, I'd like to...
Why can't you leave?
That's a... And it might... Then... Oh... Greed.
I've got...
Not so. They're very...
Is that a password?
Just so. Then all you have...
All right.
But most carols know...
Greetings, good night. How may I serve you?
I have a... The fox?
What?
The fox!
Jack, what in heaven?
Conrad Keyser sent me.
Why the heck?
That sod. He deliberately...
Well, never mind.
I've got this
So, let's see it. Good luck then.
Is it done?
Here you are. God be with you.
The Lord. You damn.
What?
There?
Dave.
A mess...
To the hand of...
The hand of fate.
We'll see what fate... Come with me. Farewell. Hand of fate, eh? Is that the same hand that stole my authorization? Guards, lock this bastard up. Thief!
Well, look here, I don't want any... Damn. Look... Damn. Well... What do you... Look here, I don't want any...
What's he doing here?
Caught you. Now.
What?
It's J.
a finger! You there!
I won't put up with that.
Hey, you! Halt! Don't move a finger!
Soren!
Stop right where you are! What's the matter? Come on!